Everybody, how you doing? This is Sway and welcome to a new series that I call Sway Cell Phone Vlogs. This is where I take my cell phone and just go wherever I feel like going during the day, during the night, and vlog. And I'm still giving you my opinion, just as honest as always. I'm currently in front of my house and it's kind of cold here in the Northeast. Maybe I don't know if I should wear my, carry my mic and try to edit it, but I don't want to edit this. This is just a raw, uncut thing wherever I go. As I said on Twitter yesterday or today, I can't remember. Today's the 29th. Today's December 29th. And as I said on Twitter the other day, I found out that an elderly friend of mine, passed away. One thing about me is that I love working with people with disabilities. Of all kinds of disabilities, mental disabilities, physical disabilities. This elderly woman, she was such a sweetheart. She had a mental disability, and then towards the end of her life, she was suffering from dementia as well. One of the problems that I have is that about 5 or 6 years ago. Now, see, here's the thing. She's a part of this organization here in my state, in the town that I live in, that they supposedly work with people with disabilities. I know many people within that organization, and to me, they're corrupt. Well, at least the higher ups, they're corrupt, and even some of the people on the ground level, they're corrupt. Many people don't understand many people in the organization and outside of the organization do not understand how corrupt they are. One of the things in their website, they're talking about treating people like people. Yet in a conversation that you would have with them about anybody in their care, they're gonna mention their disability like 500 times in the conversation within 5 or 10 minutes. And I'm not even exaggerating. It is really, really fucked up that they supposedly care about these people and are trying to show them self-advocacy and things like that, and that's all they want to talk about. Oh, the disability. I've been working with people with disabilities my entire life. My mom, she had a home daycare. Many of the children, they had mental disabilities. So I've been working with people with disabilities for, I know the difference between someone who has a mental disability that cannot take care of themselves versus someone that is able to take care of themselves. They might need help here and there, but they can live, and I've known many of them, that they live by themselves without an organization. But to me, it really seems to me that this organization is hell-bent on keeping as many people as possible. This organization is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. They get a lot of donations from a lot of people. They also get a lot of government funding. It is really fucked up. And I want you to think about it like this. Me personally, I believe that the Child Protective Services, or the Department of Children and Families, as it's known over here and in many other states, they're corrupt. Many are corrupt. They get government funding, right? they put people in foster. They put these kids in foster care, and because they get a shitload of money, they don't fix any problems. They don't fix any problems at all. Everything's about the money. So it's kind of the same thing with some of these organizations. It's about the money, and they will belittle many of these residents with disabilities. They will belittle them. They will do so much bullshit and whatever. Okay, that's just kind of a quick background. All right. About 3 or 4 years ago, really, something around that time. My elderly friend, she had a really bad fall. Okay, now she has these 2 roommates who are friends of mine as well, and they can function. They don't need help. They're basically normal people, quote unquote normal people with they just have a learning disability. All right. What's really fucked up? About 3 or 4 years ago, my elderly friend, she started falling, okay, and she started having dementia. There's so much different things like that, you know what I mean? Now, in cases like this, with someone who mentally cannot they are not able to take care of themselves and this, that, and the other, I can understand an organization like that. But the problem is that about 3 or 4 years ago, when my elderly friend started falling and started dealing with the dementia and stuff, whatever, this organization should have either hired a live-in nurse or put her in hospice care or something like that. My 2 friends that live with her, they told them nothing happened over the past 5 years, and as her dementia has gotten worse and she kept on falling and falling and falling, it also comes to find out now, and her last fall was about a couple weeks ago, when one of my friends wakes up in the middle of the night because she checks on her, and my elderly friend fell. When they took her to the hospital, and we don't know how long she's been out, but again, she needed a 24/7 nurse, live-in nurse, or be in a hospice care for a long time now. Come to find out that when they finally checked everything, she's been bleeding from the brain. She's been having her brain has been bleeding for a long time. This wasn't anything new, and with everything all together, she passed away. Now, if these pieces of shit would have listened to the recommendations a long time ago, if they would have actually paid attention, gotten her the live-in nurse or put her in a hospice care or something like that, a lot of this could have been avoided. She would still be with us today. Last week before Christmas, because they put her in a medically induced coma, right? So they could, check what's going on. That's when they found out that she's been bleeding for a long time. Last week, they took her out of that medically induced coma, and the hospital put her in a recovery in a facility. It wasn't the organization, it was the hospital. And she fell many, many times. And then, of course, she passes away. I'm very passionate about things like this. I'm very passionate about helping people that need help. I'm very passionate about exposing fraud. I'm very passionate about a lot of things. And my friend, who God bless her, who didn't know any better. She couldn't fight for herself. She couldn't speak for herself. And the people that were supposed to be taking care of her, the people that were supposed to be watching out for her, the people that were supposed to make sure that she was okay, they didn't do a fucking thing. They did not do a fucking thing. I don't know what I can do, but I'm sure she's not the only one that died unnecessarily. I'm sure she's not the only one. I'm sure throughout the years that they've been active, I'm sure there's been many more. And if that's true, these pieces of shits need to be stopped. They need to be exposed. I don't know what I can really do, but it's about time. It's about time something gets done, and I gotta, whatever calls I have to make, whatever interviews I have to do, whatever, you know what, I'm gonna do it. All right, y'all. This is the first of many of Sway's cell phone vlogs. And always remember, I love you all. Peace.